KEKOLLIN.com. All right, so today I'm going to explain to you from an NLP's perspective. Okay, this was my first manual. This is like a brick, dude. All right, this is just one manual. All right, it's my NLP trainer's training. Sorry about the glare. No, this is the practitioner. So one of the things we learn in NLP is something called mirroring. And along with that goes something called projection. Let me write another word down here. All right, so I want to talk about mirroring. In the next video, I want to talk about another technique we learned. And these are things that once you understand, the second one is something I can do with you in coaching and therapy and help you to rewire stuff so you don't feel the pain anymore, okay? So let's talk about mirroring first of all. So the first thing, I'm making notes to make sure I get this right, is you've heard of the one side of mirroring where a narcissist will mirror you back to you. It's literally like a mirror, right? So you're looking at you in the mirror, right? So that's, as I said in the last video, I'm not going to go too in depth on it, but they use techniques like they'll find out, they'll listen really closely, and if you notice, like people, like if something in their eyes, like they're studying you, they're really listening and paying attention to the words you use. Like they'll be, okay, one way you can tell a word that someone values highly is they'll be like, most of the words will be like blah, 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 and they'll jump up like blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, there's the key word. They like that word. So let me write that down or save it in the back of my brain, and I'll feed it back to them, right? So this is one of the ways where that narcissist will pay attention to find out what you like, what you really believe, what you stand for, and they'll start feeding it back to you. Okay, that's a mirroring technique. Another one is they'll find out your favorite songs. They'll listen to you, or they'll study social media, like, oh, they like that song, so I'm going to play that when they come over next time. And you're going to be like, oh my God, what a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. They're doing it on purpose. That's not who they are. Okay? So they'll mirror you in many different ways. They'll buy you your favorite food. They'll take you to your favorite type of restaurant or your favorite restaurant. They'll do things like, oh my God, you like that? Oh, it's my favorite place. No, it's not. They've probably never been there before in their life. They'll learn, let's say you're you like country line dancing. They'll suddenly start studying videos on YouTube and kind of practice a little bit. They might even go, maybe even pay for lessons. And then even if they're not that good, they'll go, yeah, I've been practicing it for the last couple of weeks. Like, wow, so you're like, really? Oh, wow, you really know how to do it? Oh my God. I mean, we have things in common. Not if you're dealing with a narcissist. Okay, that's called mirroring. They're trying to get you to like them and fall in love with them. It's called love bombing for a reason. Now, let's talk about the second part of mirroring, or the second way of mirroring. This is called projection, I should call it. What happens is, after a period of time, okay, in the beginning, a narcissist genuinely likes you, probably because you have social skills, you mingle well with people. It's a skill they're not very good at. You probably are happy, which they aren't inside. They may fake it, but they're not happy people inside. Oh, it's a big act. So there's something about you that they really like, okay? So in the beginning, there's a love bombing phase, and this is all strategy. These are all techniques. This is not like something they're naturally doing. And that's the difference between like someone who genuinely loves you versus a narcissist like, oh, I got to get this person, right? Is they love bomb you and they mirror you in the beginning stage. And then they go into the devaluing stage and then the discard phase. What happens is instead of mirroring you, they start to project onto you who they are, okay? I'll give you an example. Let's say a narcissist is cheating on you, right? Having sex with someone else. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to accuse you out of the clear blue sky. And here's the weird thing. It'll usually be really early on in the relationship. When you're so in love, you wouldn't even think about it. It doesn't even cross your mind. Like literally, I remember the first 2 times I was in love, I only had eyes for that person. Like, and that's all I thought about for months and months and months. And I remember it was in my mid-20s. She was like, you're cheating on me, out of the clear blue sky. And I was like, no, I'm not. I was working a full-time job. I was training in kickboxing. I was getting up running 6 miles every morning, and I was carrying I was 8 units or 9 units in night school. I had no time. And then when I wasn't doing that, I was with her. And on top of that, she had 2 of my classes in night school. That's where we met. And so I'm like, wait, and I was like, when do I got the fuck? And I was like, when do I got the time? I would never do that. Well, many, many years later, a friend said, well, Michael, you do realize normally when they accuse you of that, they're the ones doing it. Well, it wasn't many years. It was actually about 6 months later. I was like, really? I thought, no, she would never do that. No way. She loves me. We're in love, right? So what they're doing unconsciously is they're giving themselves away. When they start accusing you of stuff that you would never do in a million years or that you never did to them, I'm telling you right now, they are unconsciously projecting themselves onto you. It's a mirror.
It's a reverse mirror. The first mirror is where they mirror you, so you see yourselves in them. But unconsciously, they start to see themselves in you, and that's projection. So now you become the mirror in their eyes, and now they start thinking you're the one cheating because they're the ones cheating, okay? It's just an unconscious thing called projection. So essentially what they've done is they just told on themselves. And that's something that narcissists do all the time. They're constantly telling on themselves by saying, you this and you that. And if you've never done any of that stuff, trust me, it's them. And they've either already done it or they're about to do it. All you have to do is pay attention to what they're saying. And you know one thing you can do? Take notes. Get a notebook, get a journal, and start writing that stuff down. Trust me, when you come back to it later, it'll pay off.
Here. Do you get it? So you can be sure that they're either already doing it or they're about to do it to you. So that's why a lot of times you get accused of stuff that you never did. And you're like, wait a minute, you just did that to me yesterday. Now you're saying, I didn't do that. Or they'll twist things, okay? So let's kind of stick to the mirroring thing. There's two types of mirroring where they're mirroring you, and then unconsciously it's like a reverse of the mirror that it's like a projector, when you go to the movie theater, it's projecting them onto you, and now they're seeing themselves in you. And then they start not to like it, and then they start to punish you, and they start to abuse you, and they start to yell at you and be mean to you. This is the devaluing stage, okay? So I wanted to make that clear of what mirroring and projection is. Let me look at my notes real quick. One of the things that they do is they start to shame you. They start to, God, how do I say this? Deep down inside, a narcissist knows that they're different, and they don't feel good about themselves at all. Like they have a lot of shame, a lot of fear, a lot of hurt, a lot of anxiety. They think bad things about themselves. And so they want to escape that. And that's why they want to project it onto you. Because if they project it onto you, well, it's not me, it's them. See, clearly it's over there. Look at them. They do the point the finger thing, right? That's why a lot of people will accuse you of something that they're doing. So what happens? Where do you look? Do you look at them or do you look at yourself? Like, no, you look at yourself. No, I didn't do it. I swear. And you go into defense mode and they're kind of grinning, going, okay, they fell for it. Awesome. They don't realize I'm doing it. It's a trick. Get it? So they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself so they can feel good about themselves. You know, I'm going to throw this in there. Here's what they're doing. A narcissist will beat you down, 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 down. So they feel like, well, I'm on top of them, but okay, here's the narcissist. Now watch, down, down. So where's the narcissist going? Eventually, they have to realize and see themselves in the mirror, go, man, I'm way down here. Shit, I'm no good. So what they'll do is they'll either beat you down some more or they'll find someone else to beat down. So here's the difference is an empath is trying to lift you up, lift you up, lift you up. So if you're lifting someone up, where are you? You're here. If you go higher, you go higher. You go higher, you go higher. That's the difference between an empath and a narcissist. Narcissists will always push themselves down by pushing you down. An empath will always go higher because that's our natural tendency is to go up, to become a better person, to learn communication skills. In fact, the fact that you're watching this video, that shows that you're going up, that you've been on YouTube learning about narcissism, going, what's going on? You want to figure it out. You want to understand, how do I deal with it? What do I do? Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, MikeKollin.com. See you guys soon. Click subscribe. Bye.